Habitat for Humanity has committed to building 67 houses in just 1 week in the Western Cape for International Nelson Mandela Build Day. Joining me in studio is Adrienne Burke from Habitat for Humanity, and she's going to tell me exactly how they plan to do this. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Well, thank you for having me. As you said, Habitat, we've committed to building 67 houses in Pelican Park in the Western Cape. How are we going to do that? We're going to have close on about 750 volunteers from a number of corporate companies across the Western Cape. They're going to come and volunteer their services, and they're going to actually build the homes under the auspices of qualified artisans.
Okay, now tell me about Pelican Park.
Pelican Park is the first integrated residential development project for the city of Cape Town and the largest in the Western Cape. We are in partnership in this particular build with Power Construction, who are the developers, the city, and our long-standing partner, Nelson Mandela Foundation. It's an integrated development. It means that we not only have your BNG, which is a breaking new ground, which is the housing that we support, but you have your gap, where it's basically people that don't qualify for a subsidy but also don't qualify for a mortgage.
Okay.
And you have the likes of you and I in the open market. So it's 3 different income levels all coming together. And through our social facilitation program, we bring about the social cohesion and the facilitation between the 3 income groups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned this is for International Nelson Mandela Build Day. Now, are there any other projects that Habitat for Humanity is taking part in internationally or nationally? Or are they focusing just on Pelican?
At the moment, we're focusing on this one. We're not only going to be bringing in local volunteers, but we've got 2 global village, Habitat Global Village teams. 2 teams coming from the US and 1 team coming from Northern Ireland. So it has an international focus because obviously Habitat for Humanity is in 75 countries around the world. So it's not only just going to be local, it's also going to encompass international volunteers as well.
Now, you mentioned there's 750 volunteers coming. Are you hoping to get more, or has it maxed out?
We are at 55 at the moment, so we've got 12 to go. And yes, we'd like to exceed it, so the more the merrier. But obviously we need the funding component as well as the volunteer component. They both go hand in hand, but all of a sudden it's just taken off. So I think, yes, I think we'll more than likely exceed it. And also in this particular development, last year we had our World Habitat Day build, and the volunteers surpassed the construction in that we actually built more far in excess of the need. So we're actually going to lay foundations for 100, because we will complete 100. But our target is 67 because the volunteers work so hard.
Now, how can anyone who wants to get involved with the Nelson Mandela Week build contact you, get involved, or even anyone who wants to help with facilitating any kind of skills workshops?
Please. We would very much like them to join our Hearts and Hands. We call them the Hearts and Hands volunteers. They can call our head office on Cape Town 657-5640. Or they can go through on our website at info@habitat.org.za. We don't some people might not necessarily want to build, but we can use them in anything, whether it be blogging, whether it be a retired teacher wanting to help within a community and provide extra lessons, or a creche teacher, or whatever, depending on the needs of the community. We can put anybody to use.
So they don't have to build if they don't
want
to.
No, if they don't want to do that and they're passionate about something else, depending again on the needs of the community, we can definitely help them. We cannot do it on our own. It's galvanizing active citizenry, but it's galvanizing South Africans to help fellow South Africans in need. Let's put Nelson Mandela's legacy and bring it to life and build the country of our dreams.
Great, Adrienne, thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you very much, and I really appreciate it. It's only through companies like yourself that we're able to further our cause and build the South Africa that we want.